Hello everyone. After you watch this video, I need you to let me know if the camera is okay for you this way. Oh, that's hot. Um, what I want to do is use this side of the stove, but you know what? Let's do this. Okay, we don't want to play the sandbox. No, baby, baby, baby. I actually want to use that side. Okay. Okay. Now, I took out some of my chicken. I bought some whole chicken, and this is a piece of the chicken. But I took it out a while ago, and it's still not thawed out. I guess because it's a little cold in here. And I do know I want. I do know I want onion. And I'm gonna tell you, boys and girls, I had a nice day. I picked up some rice at Walmart today. I picked up some rice at Walmart so I can try this long grain rice. I don't want to. I'm not having jasmine rice anymore because that rice knocks me out. Just puts me to sleep, boys and girls. Just puts me to sleep. I went to Walmart, and it was so nice because I found myself in that daggone store in there acting like it was a dance hall. I was in there, the music. I think they did that on purpose because they saw me in there. Put that music on in there. I was in there having a good old time. I said, about four people commented on the fact that I was in there dancing. I'm like, I gotta get out of here. Mm-mm. And I saw a young woman from my neighborhood from the same church. So it's three of us up here that I saw. Okay, boys and girls. Now, what I had noticed is that I don't really believe I have any of the other oil that I would like, but I may have to purchase some more because I don't believe olive oil is the oil that I should be having in the pan. You know what I mean? To start my meal with. So I may have to. I think I do have some of that oil. I'm talking about virgin. I mean now I'm gonna add some chicken broth to my chicken. think I would like a little bit more onion. I have my window open tonight. I just wanted a little fresh air instead of the air conditioner today. So I think I'm going to sleep with the window open. So you might hear the train. I'm sick and tired of dropping onions. I'm going to put a little bit of butter in there. Ooh, that smells delicious, boys and girls. Oh, Lord have mercy, that smells good. Oh, that smells good. Ooh, yes. Ooh, look at that. I could eat this by itself, boys and girls. No need to put anything else in there. Woo! Woo! I kind of thought that was going to happen. Lord have mercy. Parsley. I saw something. Now this is still a little bit frozen, so I'm just gonna put it on warm or something like that just to loosen it up a little bit. Maybe one to loosen it up a little bit. Ooh, this smells good, boys and girls. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna drop a little bit of butter in there. Butter says I love you in all languages, boys and girls. Butter says I love you. Woo! Dang, boy. Woo! That is good there, boys and girls. And here is my chicken broth. But guess what, boys and girls? It's almost done. So I'm going to have to take out a pack of chicken to make another, ooh, Lord, look at that. Ooh, a little bit more. I want this stupid. See, I only have enough for like maybe 1 cup, maybe tomorrow morning. Now that is beautiful. Now I'm going to leave that down on 2 while I break up my lovely chicken. Now, of course, I don't have a name for this beautiful meal, but ooh, it smells like love is in this house, honey. I was in here listening to my song, and I listened to it over and over and over and over and over. Now, what I want to do is just simmer down my sauce in my stock, and just taste it before I add anything else to it. Fresh. There's no there is nothing but the taste of the ingredients in the pot. There is no love in there other than, that's love, but we need to add a hug and a bounce and a yeah. So what I am going to do is toss in a little bit of hot sauce. Yes. And let me come over here because I was working in my cabinet. So let's go in. Get some pepper. Come on. Get in there. Woo! See, I was working in I put some of the things that I like to put on a regular, and that's cumin. And I'm going to add some salt-free seasoning. things in a pot. I'm going to add some paprika. And some turmeric. There's no plate in here that should be done without turmeric. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Now, I did put, okay, that was paprika. I want to put a little bit of, I think the no salt seasoning. Well, somebody tell me if the no salt and the Italian seasoning is the same. Just let me know. But for right now, I'm going to toss in some cilantro. Just in case. The other part you saw me put in was parsley. And I need to find more parsley before I run out. So there goes a little bit of that. And now I'm going to add a little bit of the others, just a dash of salt to wake up the pot. To wake up the pot, boys and girls. While I sit down and work on my, oh my goodness, this smells so delicious. Oh my goodness, this is good. Mmm, delicious. That smells amazing. So now I'm just gonna put a touch of salt, just a touch, just to say hello and see how that works, because I have been enjoying my low sodium meals, so I don't want to toss in too much. I do want to taste my liquid a little bit more. I'm gonna have to turn this up a little bit. I want to hurry up and eat. I want to hurry up and eat. I wish I had a top for this. Dang, man, I don't have a top for that. Oh my goodness. There you go. Okay. See you soon. I try my best not to go down to the bone, to the bottom of the plate. I mean, the bottom of the pot with my fork. Oh my goodness, boys and girls. Now this is definitely not tasting like anything I ever made before. This tastes like something else. Oh, this is delicious. This is delicious. Now, oh, I hope I can eat this rice, because boys, girls. Okay, I do have something. Oh, my bowls, my spoons. I don't even have a spoon. a big spoon, boys and girls. Woo! Then I must. to make myself a plate, and then well, actually, I'm not. Mm-mm. Now, I don't eat much rice, but this is my first time making this brand of rice. It's Kalina or Catalina, something like that. So, I really wish I had my other spoons. I don't want to scrape on the bottom of my bowl, but that's what it is gonna be right now. Well, let me get a little bit of the love up in here first. I'm just gonna make myself a few bowls to put in the refrigerator. Just because I take out that many bowls doesn't mean I'm gonna end up with that many bowls. It's just in case. Sometimes I may want a snack. Sometimes I may want a meal. So that's why you see different size bowls. And the bones I took out, I will be eating all the meat off the bones. Don't worry. This is delicious, boys and girls. Oh, this is delicious. I kid you not, honey. I love cooking at home. Woo! I'm just waiting for enough energy to where I can put some more meals in my cookbook, so I can figure out where I'm going to put it. But I'm loving it, boys and girls. I want every drop of what's in that pot. So there's my my bowl. I don't know if you could see inside of it. And there's another one there. Well, guess what, boys and girls? I need to sit down, so I'm not going to play with this one right now. I have to sit down and rest, because if I don't, my body's going to fall down. And then that's going to be a sad day for me. So I'm gonna sit down with my little plate and boys and girls. Oh boy. boys and girls. Ooh, I am gonna sit here and have my meal. But I have to tell you, I went outside today in my beautiful dress that I purchased from the Salvation Army a long time ago. But it is hanging off me now, so I think I'm going to retire it. I'm going to retire the dress. But I do love the dress. And here's my meal. And don't mind my table because I craft right here now. Okay, so I'm gonna try this rice. Now the reason why I needed to try a different rice was, oh, there you go. Okay, I bought long grain rice instead of jasmine rice. Jasmine rice has something that could be contributing to my extra sleeping when I eat rice. So I'm gonna try this rice right here. Ooh. I saw a lady. Oh, I have to tell you, boys and girls. Ooh, the pepper is outstanding. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, oh my goodness. Mm, 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 mm. The yellow pepper still has bite. Oh, mm, mm, mm. Mm. Oh my goodness. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, this chicken is so good. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. Yum. I'm a lot of meat. Mm, 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 mm. Ah. Ooh, that's a lot of meat on that bone. Ooh, Lord have mercy, that was nice. Mm. Mm. Oh, goodness. Woo! Lord have mercy. I think I'm gonna be on the corner selling plates. Oh, goodness. Oh, this is so good. But, nope, we're not gonna play in the sandbox, boys and girls. I need to die. I can't eat like that. Boys and girls, I cannot eat like that. I can't eat like that. But I want to show you something. I was at Walmart. I purchased a wire for my computer. Hopefully, I got the right one. It was the only one they had, so it was that. And I came home and looked on the computer. The only one that they had online. They had other ones online, but they didn't have any in the actual store. So what I actually have is all they have. My shelves are coming tomorrow, so I'm going to be in there tonight pulling out stuff from away from the wall to put my shelf up. But when I went into the store, I was on Brokeville Lane. I just want you to know. So I was in there with little I had. So what I did do was take a little stroll, and looking around or whatever, and I landed into a section that had Father's Day gifts, and I found a soap. This beautiful soap right here, Shea soap, Shea butter is so good. And I know someone who uses shea butter on his body. So this $3 body bar of soap is going into my Christmas closet that I did not create yet, but I am going to create once I figure out where my situation is going to be. This is going to be one of the gifts. What I'm going to do is, like I do most of the time, is wrap it up. Not wrap it like Christmas wrap it, but wrap it so it can stay fresh and no dust or whatever, and then put the name on a little piece of ticket and then put it in a plastic bag. So I have one gift already uh, this month towards my Christmas. So that's how I'm going to do my Christmas. I'm just going to, when I'm doing whatever I'm doing, whatever I can see, But one thing I'm not going to do is, uh, now this has nothing to do with anyone else, but I hate explaining myself when I shouldn't have to. If you play in a sandbox, you just play in a damn sandbox, and that's it. I am not going to go into the Dollar Tree and stores like that and pick up things that won't last or that type of stuff. I'm going to be trying to the best of my ability to give out needs. If someone wants something, let them get their wants on their own, because sometimes after Christmas people have to like re-gift and all of that, but it is a different state of affairs at this moment, and I'm using Christmas to help lift my mood. That's it. My mood has its own situation, and these are the things that help me find some joy in my day. So I was so thankful that I hit that store and got that $5 worth of gas, because boys and girls, I think I came home with like 55 cents, and I'm still thankful for the 55 cents, because I'm going to put it on a little side of my table, whatever, and it's going to go right down in that vehicle for when I'm at the gas station. I already said if I have to look around here for my little nickels and dimes on the floor or wherever, I will put those all in the car. Usually I have, a spare couple of dollars in the car for emergency. And that is one of the reasons why I have to start being diligent about things that I do, because if that money is taken out of the car and I don't have it when I need to go somewhere, and I did need to go about an hour away today, but I said, I'm not going to do that, knowing I'm playing myself and put myself in harm's way. I'm not doing that. So there goes that. But this right here, I wish I could smell it, but I can't. But I do know that he loves shea butter. So this is going to be a Christmas gift. So I did take notice that Walmart has gift cards, but I don't have at this moment $25 to put in a card. So I'm hoping that while I do July's fundamentals, which I was working on today, that I can slide another $20 Amazon card, because that would be great. I don't know any card that I would be able to get that I wouldn't have to pay to get other than Amazon. So since no one that knows that 9 times out of 10 they're going to be on my my shopping list did not say they don't like Amazon, I'm thankful, because I may end up sticking with Amazon, because if I go into a store, I have to pay about $6.25 to load the card. And at a time in my life when I did that a few times, the $6 and change really did hurt me. So, uh, I don't regret ever giving a kindness card. I would never. That's just not me. But the $6.25 did hit me, because I'm like, if I could have just. But now I do know Amazon, and even if you're not a person who shops Amazon has something that you may need. So if you do get a kindness card, just know I most likely will be sticking to Amazon. But um, I'm not sure. There's a lot of stuff going on now, and I broke down today and I cried, because there is a child no longer with us because of some things that may have happened. But I basically went to ChatGPT for the story, so I have a little bit of whatever. I won't be putting an opinion or of any kind. The only thing I have to say is I'm human like everybody else is. I am no better than anybody else. I'm not above anybody. I am equal to everyone. I will not ever, hopefully, will never be in such a distressful state of affairs that I have to take someone with me to do something that I possibly feel I need to do. And I don't know what we are doing to get by, but I was in Walmart today, and This is not what made me cry though. This is what made me happy, but I had to go somewhere else to keep me where I needed to do. I'm working on my own mental health. I was in Walmart today and I saw a lady, like she had like five certain colors of items, and I think about 15, 20 boxes of pasta. I saw lots of tomato cans, and um, so I came home to search it to, figure out what she was purchasing because I was a little curious. But I said to her, now I wasn't gonna be one of those people that would look at somebody's cart and just be like, I can't believe, no, that's not me. So I said to her, I said, you're buying all of that? And she said, yeah. I said, go ahead, girl. I said, get your grind on. So I didn't know that the man a little bit further down was her husband, clearly was a husband. And the daughter, maybe 15, 13, was looking, and, her eyes were like, she was in fear. But I'm looking at her. I said, honey, and I said to her, does this Walmart deliver to it? And I gave her the zip code. She said, yes. I said, well, thank you. And I said, you know what? And I started praying right there, right in the aisle. I was like, thank you, Jesus, that I ended up in here, because that Walmart doesn't have meat, but they surely have cans. And then when I was looking, I'm like, So I started looking around at some of the canned items that I want, that you see me use, and I know I really want to get on the stove and put some love in my belly, honey. But I said, I said, thank you so much, because I didn't know that they would deliver. Because there are times when I'm trying to get some of my potatoes and things like that, and I can't get them because they're out of stock. So I came home and I already have one of my shopping carts built already. So when I changed the zip code to this zip code, a few of the items from the refrigerator dropped out of the shopping cart, and then this one location jumped up. So I'm like, okay, so now I already know I'm putting together my shopping list because I want to make sure I get, some of the things that I plan on eating. But now that I know that this one delivers, but then I said to myself, there has not even been a crowd in that store. There has been nothing untidy in that store. Maybe I'll just venture off in the store myself and just, pick up a few things and come back with it. So I don't know what is going to happen, but I do know I am going to order my meat and stuff from a different Walmart, because I don't want to drive that far. And also, it would allow some of the spark droppers to have, some type of income coming in. So if I can do that. But just say I was feeling like I needed to do something that I wouldn't normally want to do, although we already know I am not going to do it. I would never take someone with me. That's it. So, what I am going to say is, let's be mindful of our situations. Let's use a little bit more of this. I'm using a little piece right here, but some of us need to use a little bit more. And please, 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 do not involve other people if you're going to do something wrong. I'm not saying that you will, I'm not saying that you won't. I'm just saying, please don't involve other people. I remember a day when I went with, the girls, and we were in the store, and my mother taught me from young, you don't have no money, don't put your hand on it, because, she'll pop out. But I noticed that we were in the store, and, I would look, and, and when I got outside, in somebody's trunk, everything that we were looking at was in the trunk. I never went back to the store with that person again. I actually didn't even want to be around the person anymore after that. But there are times that we get into situations where we need to do what we have to do. I remember another time me, my daughter, and someone else and their daughter went in the store, and she just opened up the shrimp and all this other stuff, started eating it. And I left my freaking basket, my food basket, because I said, I'm not playing in the sandbox with that. But, and she put it down right in front of her kid, So I am not a perfect person. I was not a perfect mother. I made 1,000,001 mistakes. I kid you not, but I kid you not. There is no way in hell no, 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 no. I don't know what it is, but please, boys and girls, we have got to be more careful. And I don't care what you do. Please learn. I saw a woman this morning twice on Facebook anonymously ask for food. If you are asking for food, you need to put your zip code in your post. Who in the world should be asking you where you live? Why are there 15 and 20 people asking what location are you in? If you need food, put your zip code. And I don't know how many times I know what shame is. I have lived in situations where I still don't like asking for help. Trust me. Mm-mm. My car has a blink, blink, blink on it. I need a freaking oil change. You know how long, you can drive with stuff like that? All you do is mess up your car. So today I called and I got a price right up the road for an oil change. $97, I think, and 15 cents. So just round that to $100. Then turn around, guess what? Something else popped up on the scene and I have a bill in the mailbox that's $200. So I have to make it happen, but I'm not under any circumstances going out there to knock somebody upside the head for it. I'm not doing any of that. If I have to park Susie in that safe garage until I come up with that $100, you best believe I am. And I am not in no way, shape, or form better than anybody else. But stop involving people when you do your shit. Because I tell you one thing, is God is my witness. When it comes to that person having to testify, when they sit across the table between you and the lawyer and them and whoever, they're going to have to protect themselves, especially if they have a minor child at home. So there is not going to be a ride or die in that situation. And I kid you not, I saw a man. He said, if you are one of those in that ride or die situation, you better unass that. And I'm serious, because now they are making examples of people. Are you seriously not seeing what's going on in these communities? I kid you not. I was coming out of Walmart today and I sat in my car. I sat in my car because I could not move. I could not move because I was having a moment of fresh freaking air. My head was beyond, I couldn't even explain how good I was feeling. I just rolled the window down and laid back. Do you know how hard it is in certain areas, especially, let's get it real now. We know Liberty City, if I got it right, is one of them, because, honey, I was in Liberty City, and when you roll down a certain block, roll, so somebody understands what I mean. I was able to lay back and then guess what? I see somebody, I'm like, wow, and you up here? Yes. And then the first thing when we were chatting, she said that air is so, I kid you not, but I may have to stop saying that at some point, because someone may think I'm just like a weirdo, or yeah, I might be, but it is a fresh air. It is so fresh, and it is so, it's not as much traffic, and I can't believe that I even say it, but I'm going to try not to say stuff like that too much longer, because it may make someone feel like I have never been anywhere, which I haven't. But hopefully you understand. But please, boys and girls, I was on Facebook, and I really and truly, I have been doing a great job of cleaning up my algorithm so I don't see some of these things. But I realize now why I am seeing it, because of someone that is I'm following. So. And when you follow people, you get stuff from their zip code. So I'm going to clean up tonight by unfollowing. But what I did do was I got these 5 men. Their videos have been rolling all day, and they're in the kitchen and they're dancing. And one guy has on shorts, and his legs are so nice, and he has on his little shorts, and he just got that little swagger. And I shared that one, so if anybody has me on Facebook, you know what I'm talking about. But I really and truly like him. I have to follow him now. And then there's the 3 Hispanic guys. When I say sexy, what? I shared them, I think, already today, but I also commented. I shouldn't have commented everything. Hopefully nobody's saying anything. I was playing in the sandbox. But damn, what's going on with these men? I kid you not. I love men. I don't care where you come from, what you do. I love men. Men are the, I don't care. Now, there should be a man saying that he loves women or whatever the case may be. We all have somebody we love. But I kid you not, I have seen some amazing men. I saw a man in a video just sitting down with his kid and just interchanging. Today I heard noise over there in the wall, and when I went around, there was a man sitting in there with his children, and that right there was such a proud thing to see. So I walked right in here and I said, day two that I'm not going to bother saying anything. I just came in here and put on my religious music, just sat and just started praying for what I have. I don't have everything because I surely could barely find two nickels to rub together. But I kid you not, I went downstairs and I had a conversation. And come to find out, what I thought about me getting in here was absolutely true. This place was vacant for a very long time. So I'm not going to play in the sandbox because I did ask them to move me to a different unit, and unfortunately there is a unit available. But I don't know if I'm making a mistake. But when I got the paperwork and everything, which is right here on my bed, to fill out to put in the course of me to transfer, I had a moment to just stop, look, and listen. Now, I may have an issue with that wall, but at a certain time at night, I don't have that issue with that wall. So I said, what I feel I need to do right now is take a moment to count my blessings and realize what I do have. If I focus on what I do have, then it will make me less involved in what I don't have. So when I did, walk around, because I was just going to say, don't forget there's a little old lady that's over there. But when I saw the father, I was like, see, this is what we need more of. So I'm not going to say a word when I see stuff like that. Now, the night before last, it was and you hear a bow, and all of the bowling, bow. And then I went over there, and it was a mother and a child. So when I see stuff like that, I can't do that. So I realized that if I did, and I have every access to, and I have every reason, and it's, I may lose something in this unit chasing that unit. So I said, I'll stay here. I'll stay here because she did say that she did explain details about the apartment, which I had already known. Even though I didn't know all of it, I already knew from the giddy up that it was a reason how I got in here because when I found out it was 10 evictions, which I found out on my own before I got in here, doing a little bit of this. And I'm so thankful for who I am. I'm thankful for who the freak I am. You hear me? And I'm thankful for the struggle that I've been through because there were times that I thought I wasn't being seen. Hey, I saw me, honey. Hey, I saw me. But bow. So what I'm going to do, just deal with it. Now, you see, it's 9, 10 o'clock at night. There's no, I may hear somebody walk through there, but I'm going to get some type of that trim to insulate around my door, and that's it. Only because sometimes I can hear full conversations, and I don't want to be hearing full conversations. Sometimes I want TV off, and I just want to just have me in here. I just want to be in here, hearing myself pray when I'm trying to read my whatever and stuff like that. So that's all I want. But please, boys and girls, stop the fighting. Stop the fighting. You cannot say to somebody you want better and you're not part of the solution. I am seeing some foolishness go on to the point where I'm like, wow, I was supposed to go somewhere today. And I said, you know what? I'm not even going. And I may not even be going tomorrow because you just don't know what you may buck up on, everybody wants to fight for arms, put a little gun to your hand and do this and do that. But when a gun is used, it is this. But we have to stop. We have to look, and and we have to listen. And I said, I don't want to read about nobody. Nobody. We have to take accountability and say no. I was horrified at one thing I saw recently. A parent, the verbal that came out of their mouth, and then the child came right behind him. And when I say child, I mean child was like, and I said, and I didn't hear stop, don't do. I said, you know what? That person is going to walk right into, and it's going to be nothing because the only real role model they have is who? That parent. But I do know that there is a mystery in the picture, not in the picture, but around. So hopefully they have a little bit more something with the kids. But we have to stop. These children now are who's going to take care of us when we get older. Maybe not me. Maybe someone a little bit younger than me that's coming down. I don't know how the circle goes, but we have to stop. We have to stop. I kid you not. I got on the elevator today, and a young woman got on the elevator, and her hair was beautifully braided and stuff. And I'm like, that blonde hair was so beautiful in those braids, and just kindness, hello, how are you? And I'm like, hello, how are you? And then, young girl, have a nice day. Kindness is taught, and so is hate, and so is savage. I kid you not, so is savage. So it is what it is. I wish we all can do better. That's what I say. But another thing I'm going to tell you, because I saw a lot of people, in depression group today, and if you want to feel better, just find something to give your faith to. It could be a black rock. If it has to be a black rock, get something. It could be whatever it is. Just find faith in something. Say, oh, I think this black rock is going to help me. You may say it's delusional, but whatever it is, find something to put your faith in. I believe this soap is going to be really good on my skin. It really looks good. That S is so nice. And whatever it is to get you from, get your head in the game, boys and girls. Get your head in the game. I kid you not, when I have to tell, like I was somewhere just recently, I heard someone shaking their keys and stuff like that, and I was like, so I just walked out of the room. If I was amongst someone I felt more comfortable around, I would say, can you hold your keys? But I wasn't. So I just left, and waited till the person was finished. But those are the things I have to do to protect myself. Not necessarily saying I want to do them, because what if I was first, and I have to now wait after 3-4 people because I don't want people to know that bothers me. What if someone is sitting next to me and they just, the phone just go like that, or they got a little Tommy running around, though I would have to get up and I would have to leave, but I shouldn't have to, because we should have a little bit more control of some of the things we do. Now we have understanding that some people it's just not possible. So let's not play in the sandbox. I am not speaking of that. I'm saying where we do have some form of control. That's what we have to do, because I kid you not, I remembered maybe 2 days ago how I used to be in the hospital left and right. The ambulance was at the house almost every freaking day. I am so thankful for my building manager and my landlord that did never put me out. I know of a woman that was living in New Rochelle. She went in the mental ward a few times, and honey, when she was in there one time, they put all her stuff on the street. I'm like, and that's the building I wanted to move into. But I even mentioned here, I have anxiety, but I'm going to tell you what happened to me today. It was so funny. I was coming off the elevator, and I went to make a turn. And when I went to make the turn, Mr. Sexy was right there doing his thing. And then a dog came, and I just ran around the corner, and I hit the wall and my hole. And next, and I was just like gone. And then a few minutes later, I started laughing because I'm like, what is that dog thinking about? This crazy lady just hyperventilating, just going crazy. So then Mr. Sexy sitting over there, doing his thing, and he said, "You can come out now." It was so freaking funny. But when he said, "You can come out now," I was still watching, and I hit my eyes, and I'm just, and it was so funny. But I guess, but guess what? I am safe. That is it. That is it. No one has made me feel any type of way knowing I have anxiety. I even see some people look at me like they scared to say hello because they don't know if I'm gonna break down and cry. Break down and cry. But at least I feel safe. And that's it. That's all it is. That's why I tell you I will never want to live in a private house with anxiety because God forbid anything happens to me and I start screaming help. I want somebody to be able to bust the door in and get to me. You know what I'm saying? So, oh my goodness, it smells so good in here. That meal, you see how fast that was to cook? Just throw a little bit of veggies on. Oh my goodness, I am so happy. I don't know what is coming over me because I'm having these visions. I want to just just cut up some stuff and just throw it in a pie. Just make it whatever you want to make it. I just don't have the focus right now to add those into my cookbook. But oh my goodness, I am so freaking happy that I even have a cookbook. But I wish I could edit the cover so I could change the dash that I was trying to take out before the book was published. But I'm gonna try again and go in and change broke but fed, but I want to add a few more recipes to it. But I may not have to be able to do that. I may have to just make a whole new book. The second book will be so much nicer because the first book was really on Brokeville Lane. Now I could say, the food is getting a little better and stuff like that. When I was at the doctor's office, a lady that was in there, we went to the same school where I just moved from. And I'm like, really? She said, yeah. She said, I was born and raised there. And I was like, wow. But I love my new doctor's office. My doctor is so cute. Oh my goodness. He was like, just looking at the computer, he was like this. I said, you over there typing your tail off. He was like, I have no choice. This is what I do all day. He's a doctor though. But fabulous. I was like, oh my goodness. And I almost cried. I wish I could hold a job like he can. I am so jealous of people that can go to work 9 to 5, but I kid you not, I'm gonna make my own damn work, boys and girls. I'm gonna lay my bed every day and keep on praying at it because where there is a will, there is a way. I woke up this morning with 3 new subscribers. You tell me that this girl's not doing her thing. Amen. Amen. God provides, honey. Like I said, find what you feel your faith needs to be in because I already found mine. I'm going to go now and hang up this video. I needed my 1 hour. I'm working on my stats, boys and girls. So thank you so much for that. And welcome to the channel, my 3 new subscribers. I don't have any names. I didn't get any alerts or nothing. I just saw the numbers are changing. But I kid you not, honey, the watched hours is, oh my goodness, I am on my way. Boys and girls, I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm gonna try not to say anything. I'm gonna try to let somebody see something on their own. But thank you, Tina. I think it was Tina that commented on my banner, and maybe someone else commented on my banner. But I really like my banner. I really like my banner. But what I like most about my banner is my butterfly because my butterfly is my signature for mood support. So I love the butterfly that I found. So thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I am supposed to say click and all this other stuff. I got some type of alert. I don't know, but I still forgot what it was. Anyway, have a good day, and I love you all. Bye-bye. And I actually mean that. When people say they love you and they don't, they look in your eye and wobble. I'm not like that. I really, really love you. So have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.